I scoot over so I can kind of be in this video with you? Okay. All right. So I have 3 different little things that we're going to do, okay? And I'll explain them to you, and then I'm going to make sure that you understand before we start, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, okay, if you're, like, not very sure what we're doing, okay? So we're going to start with this one. I have these little tiny sheets of paper, and all you're going to do, I'm going to give you one, and you're just going to read the words, okay? Very easy. And if you come across words that you're like, I'm not too sure about that, just sound it out, okay? Can you do that? Awesome. All right. Okay. We're going to start with this one, all right?
See, play, me at one go, and what can heal.
Amazing. Good job. All right, next one. And feel free to take your time, okay?
You come not with jump help is work all this.
So good. Awesome. Okay. Next one.
Load, live, think, win, biggle, how, always, night, spring, today.
Wow. I'm impressed. Okay, 2 more.
Owl, please, myself, town, only, send, wide, believe, quietly, carefully.
Good job. All right, let's see if you can do this one.
Kitty, middle, moment, frightened, exclaimed,
It's okay, keep going.
lonely, drew, sent,
Good job. All right, that's it for that one. You did so good. I'm so impressed. Okay, this is the second one. This one's kind of fun, okay? So this one's just like a survey to see how you feel about reading. Do you like to read? Yeah? Okay, so you see these fun little Garfield guys? Have you seen Garfield before? No, you haven't? Okay, Garfield's just like a funny cartoon kitty. So each one of these represents a feeling, okay? So this first one, Garfield's really, really, really happy, okay? The second one, he's like, I'm happy, but I'm not really happy. This one, what do you think he's doing in this one? He's just kind of like, I don't really care, right? And then this one, he's like, I don't like it. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so I'm going to read these sentences to you, these questions, and then you're going to point to how that makes you feel. You understand? Cool. Okay, so the first one. How do you feel when you read a book on a rainy Saturday? You need to be completely honest. Cool. How do you feel when you read a book in school during free time? Cool. How do you feel about reading for fun at home? Nice. How do you feel about getting a book for a present? Cool. You're like, I would rather have a toy, right? Okay. How do you feel about spending free time reading?
Free time reading?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Me too. How do you feel about starting a new book? Excited, yeah. How do you feel about reading during summer vacation? Nice. How do you feel about reading instead of playing? Your honest answer. Okay. How do you feel about going to a bookstore? Excited. How do you feel about reading different kinds of books? Good. How do you feel when the teacher asks you questions about what you read? How do you feel about doing reading workbook pages and worksheets?
I mean, like, what, reading books and stuff like that?
Like when you're in class and you get a piece of paper like this that you practice your reading. How do you feel about reading in school? How do you feel about reading your school books? How do you feel about learning from a book? Okay. How do you feel when it's time for reading class? Reading time during school. What's your favorite subject? That's my question. I want to know. Do you like math, language arts, science, history?
Like something we do like in classes.
Nice. Cool. Okay, we're going to keep going. How do you feel about the stories you read in reading class?
Like book club or something.
Cool. How do you feel when you read out loud in class? How do you feel about using a dictionary? How do you feel about taking a reading test? Yeah. Okay, good job. That was great. Okay, so this one's for me. I'm going to end this just to make